Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought we could have a little chat, have a little discussion about makeup brands specifically. I don't think I've ever done a video like this before. No, not to my knowledge, because a lot of the time I keep things to myself. A lot of the time my channel is more focused towards reviews, tutorials and whatnot. But I've never actually created a video or content such as this where I thought it may be interesting in terms of discussion about what your thoughts are when it comes to different types of brands and the reason we kind of get turned off from using those brands. So I've been thinking a little bit about it. I was thinking the other day, what brands do I not use anymore? Why don't you use them anymore, Charlene? You've actually done videos of their products. You've either slated them or said they're great or whatever it is, but the last time you bought them was so long ago that you probably don't even have them anymore. You probably binned them because they've gone off or whatever it is. Anyway, so let's start off with Gerard Cosmetics. I don't remember the last time I bought any of their products. With Gerard Cosmetics, what I found is that I found that it was a very big Instagram hyped kind of brand. And when Instagram was still pretty new a couple of years ago, it was one of those brands that got on board quite quickly, sent out loads of makeup to various different influencers, makeup artists, people with a massive reach online, and they created looks, and then the rest of us were all like, oh, it's so pretty, let's buy it, da 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 da. However many years later, those lipsticks are now inside my house and they've all gone off. Some of them I hadn't even had for a year, and they smelt rotten, they smelt acidic. The lipstick bullets themselves, the outside of the bullet had gone kind of grey, like it's gone off. And then when I swiped it on my hand, nothing was coming off. They'd literally turned into a solid mass of nothing. The highlighters as well, the texture had changed. And I just don't think that a brand that charges the amount that they do has the quality to back it up. And for that reason, I've stopped buying Gerard Cosmetics. I mean, I know it's still one of those brands that I see now and again on Instagram, but not so much anymore. Their lipsticks to me were definitely, and their liquid lipsticks were the biggest disappointment. Their liquid lipsticks cost over £10. For something that costs over that amount of money, I would expect it to be a lot more long lasting, have at least a 2-year wear on them. A lot of them have 24 months. Or 12 months even, but they didn't even last 12 months. The most recent ones that I've got, funnily enough, were sent by Gerard Cosmetics. So don't ever be under any kind of illusion that a brand can send me products and I will not be 100% honest with you. Those products were the most recent ones I have. They've all gone off. Some of them I didn't even get a chance to use and they went off. What? Moving on to another brand which actually may surprise you guys. Makeup Geek. I don't remember the last time I bought anything from Makeup Geek. Now, I'm not going to cast aspersions or make assumptions or things like that because I think that's wrong, and I don't think that anybody should be that way. I know that Marlena, the owner, has had a lot of issues going on in her personal life, and it's not for me to comment in that respect, like what's going on behind the scenes and stuff like that. But there was a point when Makeup Geek was one of those brands which was one of the first ones to ever be launched by an actual makeup artist on YouTube. Her quality of her products is excellent. 10 out of 10. Her highlighters, the best. Her lipsticks are amazing. Her eyeshadows, second to none, and affordable. But recently I've just found that they're not innovative enough. There's not enough products new products coming out. Maybe it has got something to do with that. It can be very difficult, I know, in terms of the business that I work with, when it's a family run business, it's a small close-knit business, and when personal issues get in the way, it can affect business. It doesn't always happen like that with large mass organizations who've got 100 people working on one department, 100 people working on another. But when it's a very small, intimate company and there's only a couple of people at the top, it can be very difficult. Now, I know she recently has launched some pro pigment kind of eyeshadows. Again, you've just released a bunch of other eyeshadows. Where's the new stuff? Where's your concealers? Where's your foundations? You know, they have been around for a long enough time that they should be up there with brands like Colourpop, who started from and now they're up here, constantly releasing new things, constantly being innovative, constantly using different influencers and collaborations and things like that. So in terms of Makeup Geek, I'm not saying that I will never buy their products again. It's just that I haven't bought them in such a long time because there's nothing really new to buy. Let's see, another brand that I don't think I'll ever buy from again, Ofra Cosmetics. Again, I think I kind of put them in the same category as Gerard Cosmetics. They're another Instagram kind of brand. A lot of like people like Nikki Tutorials has done a collaboration with them more than once. Her reach is absolutely immense. All she has to do is wear it once for their lipstick to sell out, whether it's good or not. I think that they're a very overly hyped up brand. I find, like, for example, I've got one of their highlighters. The packaging is so cheap. It's like flimsy plastic, and you're charging God knows how much for this highlighter. Their liquid lipsticks are pretty decent, but they're not anything that I'm going to go out of my way to get. And I just think that they're also another brand which is kind of clinging on, but based on the influencers that work with them, but not necessarily because they're an innovative brand that comes out with these amazing, amazing products. Their products are okay, but I wouldn't put them in the amazing category, and I definitely wouldn't put them in the whole innovative, you know, modern, trend-setting kind of companies. I just think that they're another Gerard Cosmetics. Now, the biggest gulp of tea I'm going to take. AOM Cosmetics. I will never, point blank, you've heard it here, ever buy from them again. And the reason is not even that there's anything really wrong with their products. Their owner, Zukriyat. I've unfortunately had the misfortune of coming across her directly to me on social media on more than one occasion in a very, very unprofessional way. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of background on me. Now, from the age of 16, the day I turned 16, I've been working in retail. I worked in retail up until I was 23 years old. That's a long time. And that is what a lot of youngsters tend to do before they finish their studies and go on to more office-based jobs, full-time jobs and whatnot. I graduated when I was 22. I started working full-time when I was 23. So I know what it's like to work in retail. I've had customer service training from every different type of environment you can think of. And I know exactly what it's like to work in a retail environment. I've been sworn at. I've been racially abused. I've been brought to tears in retail. But have I ever retaliated? Never. Once or twice when there have been occasions when a customer has been particularly rude to me. If you have ever worked in paper chase over Christmas, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. People go crazy. And the most I have done is gone up to them, straight up to their face and said, "You do not talk to me like that." And I have turned around and I have walked away. Because when it comes to retail, it's a very different environment. And when it comes to customer service, it's a very different approach you may have towards customers. Now, customers can say all kinds of horrible, nasty things. But in order to maintain a professional outlook, you have to swallow what they've said and come back to them in the most polite and most professional way possible. Even if inside you have got them hanging by a rope and they are swinging in your head. But what comes out your mouth and what comes out your fingers are two very different things. In my job right now, I have to deal with customers quite a lot that have all kinds of problems, serious problems sometimes. It's just the way that you respond to them. You either calm them down, you listen to their issues, and you respond in a professional, calming manner, which has got a resolution at the end of it. You do not snap at them, you're not sarcastic, you're not rude, you don't act like a smart ass, and you don't turn them off. Now, that's happened, unfortunately, to me with the owner of AOM Cosmetics. I did a video quite some time ago now about one of their foundations, and I'm actually just going by memory right now, where I said it's a great foundation and everything, however, it finishes very, very quickly. Now, for some reason, this individual feels the need to search her name all over the internet so that she can respond. I received an essay so long about how to wear makeup, what I should do, how she's a scientist or something, and duh. It's a review. That is the reason why I have this channel. Take it on the chin, listen to what your customer has to say, and try to do better. You do not try to put them down. You do not try to be condescending. You do not be rude. You don't stalk your name. Who's got time for that? If you're actually legitimately running a busy business, you do not have time to stalk your own bloody business's name. If anything, you should have a team that is doing that, not doing it yourself. And then writing these long essays. You just look like the owner of DCM, who's slightly loopy because of the kind of things he puts online. That was strike one. I deleted that comment because I was like, I don't even want any host of negativity on my channel, and I do that sometimes. Not going to lie to you guys. Somebody writes something rude, unnecessary, I don't even respond. I delete it because there is no space in this world for negative haters. And it came again. One of my followers, one of my beautiful, lovely followers who follows me on Snapchat, she said that she asked me to look at an Instagram post of hers where she'd written a lengthy post about a masterclass she had attended run by this individual. And she said, can you please have a look and see what I've said? I just want to make sure that I come across as respectful and that my tone of writing is all right and that I'm making sense. I am a professional copywriter. It's part of my job. So I understand that, and she knows that. Not that I ever really bother so much whether I make a spelling mistake on YouTube. It happens. It's not my job. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so she basically wrote her experience, which she's more than entitled to do. It's her Instagram page and she can write whatever she wants to. Whatever happened to freedom of speech? I don't know. Anyway, so she basically said that she felt that she hadn't learned anything. She felt that the goodie bags were not really that good considering the amount they paid for the tickets. And she felt very disappointed. The class was quite mediocre and she didn't really learn anything. So me being me, and I can be quite a sarcastic person. And I know some of you don't always get that from me. Some of you have written on my channel that you find me quite rude and aggressive. Cheers. I'm not rude and aggressive. I'm just very to the point. I don't beat around the bush. I try to be as diplomatic as possible, but at the end of the day, I'm not a little kid. I'm a 35-year-old woman. I've worked in business for my career is now starting to span about 14-15 years post graduation, and I can speak publicly. I'm used to doing my YouTube. And I'm not rude anyway, because I don't smile all the time. It's probably because I've got food in my teeth, but I wouldn't get offended or assume that I'm any kind of way anyway. So I responded. She said, can you reply to my post? And I said, yeah, I don't mind. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like, you know, I think I wrote something like, my YouTube channel's free. If you want to learn anything, come to my YouTube channel. I won't charge you for anything. Oh my God, the stalker came out from somewhere. Replied to this person, again, a long essay. Nobody cares. If you write more than 3-4 lines on social media, no one's reading it. And the same goes for the business world too, trust me. Anyway, so she wrote this long message saying, but basically acting like this person was ungrateful, that they were asking for too much and da-da-da. Then she replied to me. Now bear in mind that my comment was directed to the person whose Instagram post it was. She wrote me some long, rude message, condescending, patronising, mocking me, this, that and the other. And then she blocked me. I hate people that do things like that. You're such a coward. You do not write some lengthy essay and then you don't even give the person a chance to respond. That's the kind of person that when they're out in public, they kick someone in the back and then they run off. Coward. And I just thought the most unprofessional owner of a business I have ever come across. I don't care how good your products are, despite the fact that you come out with one product every 2 years. Very innovative. But you do not speak to customers like that. You do not speak to potential customers like that. As the owner of a business, you have to maintain a professional standard of things. And so, on that note, I will never ever buy anything from that brand ever again. I had the same issue with House of Fraser. A rude person behind the counter, customer service, refused to do anything about it. I stopped shopping there. Funnily enough, now they're starting to close down stores. Should have learned something from John Lewis. They have good customer service. So anyway, so that's it really. Those are really the brands that I don't really tend to buy from anymore. As you can see, my experiences with each one are very different. Some I refuse to buy for purely because the management behind the business is so appalling and rude. And others is just because they don't really seem to be coming out with anything really that new. And other brands which are just overpriced for what they are. So it's different types of experiences is what turns us off buying from certain brands. So let me know what your thoughts are. Are there any brands that you have stopped buying from, or you've kind of put a pause on them, or you've had a bad experience with them so you've stopped buying from them? Let's talk about it below. And let me know what your thoughts are. Sorry about the squeaky door. My door's open for the garage and it's hot, so that's all that you might keep hearing. Cheers everyone. Bye.